This week I'm in the Lake District and I'm working over here for a client, but I do have a couple of free days either side of my assignment, so I'm going to have a bit of a look around and see what we can find. So it's about 4:30 and the sun sets in about an hour's time, and what I've been doing is really I've just walked from the first point that you saw me at, which was really the north edge of Derwentwater Lake. So I'm staying in Keswick for my trip here, so I thought I'd take a bit of a stroll around Derwentwater and see if I can find any compositions and just have a bit of a walk, bit of a workout, and you know, just enjoy the sights. And it's absolutely beautiful here, but it's extremely windy, so you'll have to excuse it if the video jumps when a big gust comes in. So I'm currently just taking a little break, and I did see some potential in this little spot here. I'm trying to really see if I can get a view going across the lake with the peaks in the background. So above Keswick you've got Skiddaw, which is one of the highest in England. I believe it's the 5th highest mountain in England, and obviously one of the highest in the Lake Districts, and it just really dominates the skyline here. And I really kind of love that kind of dominant look that it has over the town Keswick. So I was hoping to get a shot of that with using the lake as some foreground, but if I'm honest, I'm struggling, and I'm only about halfway around the lake. I was hoping to get to the south edge and see if I can find some compositions looking right from the south edge over to the hills in the north, and I think I'm going to struggle to actually get there before the sun sets. And right now I think the sun has more or less just dipped behind the hills behind me, so we're not going to get any light on the hills. It's just going to be kind of in shade, and we might get a little bit of reflected light off the clouds, but that'll be about it. But I've got to find a subject first. I did find a kind of interesting looking tree just over the brow of this hill here that kind of led out into the lake and across to the hills in the distance, but I just couldn't make it work. I just couldn't make it work at all, and I think I've given up on that one for now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to start heading back the way I came, because like I say, I can walk to the south edge of the lake, but I think it's going to be dark by then, so I don't think it's going to be of too much use. So I'm going to carry on just chilling out here for a bit, and I'll catch up with you guys, if not later on today, later on in the week. Hello and good morning. So it's now Friday. The last clip, they were all filmed on Monday. This morning I have hiked part of the way up a hill in the Lake District called Cat Bells. Today is my last day here, so I thought I would make the most of it. The sun is rising sort of behind me, you should be able to see there. However, I've just stopped here because I'm looking across this way, and you've got the snow-capped hills over there in the background, and then you've got these really, really dark clouds contrasting the sky there. So I've just set up a composition here just with the very sort of pointed peak in the middle there. I'm not sure exactly what the name of it is, but I've got a nice leading line going up from the right hand side of the frame with the ridge of the hill going up, and I think it's looking really, really nice. There's not a great deal of colour over there, but you've got a very, very soft sort of side light, and like I say, it's just that contrast of snow and dark cloud that really does it for me. So I'm using my 70-200 lens, and settings wise I'm f7 and ½ second exposure. So I'm just going to take that now, and there we go, lovely stuff. So I'm going to continue on now up to the peak of Cappels, and I'll catch up with you there. Okay, so I'm up on the summit of Cappels. It was a tough walk, it's very, very steep, but I'm being rewarded greatly with this. As you can see here, if I flip you around, again, absolutely magical at the top of the snow-capped hills there. And it's just looking absolutely magic. I'm absolutely loving this. It's so worth it. I've got set up here, it's a pretty typical composition for this viewpoint, but I think it just works so well. I've got my 24mm tilt shift on, and no need for any tilt this time. I've just shifted the lens down a tiny bit just to get a little bit more foreground in there, but yeah, no need for tilt, so there's nothing really in the immediate foreground that is close enough to require that amount of tilt or any tilt at all. So I've just taken an image, f11, 1/8 of a second, and I think it's looking really nice. Just a single exposure, not shooting directly into the sun or anything, we're just getting a nice little bit of side light here, and it's looking fantastic. So I'm going to just chill out here for a little bit longer, and I think I'm going to head back down. So I was literally just turning around to set off back down the hill. Now I've noticed an absolutely beautiful, beautiful image just over here. That peak just right there, just with the sun hitting the side of it, it just looks absolutely fantastic. So I've taken a shot of that. I've got a 70-200 on once again, f9, 1/8 of a second, and I've got my polarizer on just to cut down on the glare just a tiny bit. It isn't doing a great deal, I'll be honest. It seems to do a little bit. I also took this view over here again. I took that with a different lens. I took that with the 17-14, 2014. And with the polarizer again, I just thought I'd give that a try and see how that look. So I'm going to decide together which one is the best. So I'm actually going to head down this time. My hand's absolutely frozen with this camera in my hand, so I'll see you down there. Okay, so I'm just on my way down now, so I thought I'd just add a few closing words into this video. So I'm heading down now, and I can see the sun is now getting up into the sky. It's lighting up the foreground, and that's just making me think, well, why didn't I wait around longer up there? I could have waited around longer and got a nice bit of sunlight coming across the foreground as well as the mountains in the background. But I mean, when I was in the moment, the trade-off that I made in my head was that obviously the lower the sun is in the sky, the more orange and colourful the light is coming from it. And the trade-off really is either having that really, really nice orange light, or you would have the sun rise higher in the sky, illuminate the foreground, and the light would be a little bit more white. as it is during the daytime. So I feel like that was a good trade-off. I really liked the orange glow on the mountains at the back there, and I'm really pleased with how they're looking. I can't wait to get home and have a look at them on the computer. So just been looking back at the footage as well, and I did decide to use my iPhone when I was up there, purely because I honestly couldn't be bothered using my 6D to film the talking and the B-roll and things like that. Just because it was so windy and cold up there, I need something really a little bit more portable and easy to just whip out and start filming with in conditions like that. So I apologise for some of the clips being a little bit out of focus, as I'm sure you're used to if you've watched any of my previous videos. This iPhone seems to eagerly focus on the background when there's clearly a face looking at the camera. But anyway, I'm really pleased with how they turned out. I've got a few sheep watching me go past here, wondering what the hell I'm doing, talking to myself. I did see a couple of deers actually on the way down as well, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this trip's turned out. When I was actually going up the hill, it's the first time I've done this hill, and to be honest with you, my nerves were going a little bit. The scrambling sections, although they're not particularly hard, they did get my heart racing quite a bit. I was yeah, a little bit nervous doing those, and as I started to get close to the summit there was a little bit of ice kicking about as well, so I did actually stick. Okay, so my phone cut out there, so apologies for that. But as I was saying, as I was approaching the summit, it was getting a touch icy, probably not icy enough to really warrant any worrying, but I did stick some micro spikes on, just for my peace of mind really. Better to be safe than sorry. You don't want to be putting yourself in a situation that you're not comfortable with and ultimately causing an accident because of your anxiousness or nervousness. So if you're ever out doing this, especially if you're on your own, do make sure you make yourself feel comfortable while you are walking and hiking and scrambling, because the last thing you want is something to happen to you and you're on your own, and you're going to be struggling then to do something about it. So then, that's going to be all from me for this video. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Coming in just above the